This is the best of the Rocker Morning Show with Meatball and Mark.
Hi, Wendy Dio and Meatball and Mark.
Hi.
Hello, Wendy. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Can't complain.
Yeah, we're doing fantastic. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. Dio would have been 80 last Sunday, so happy birthday to one of the most impressive metal vocalists of all time. Today, we're honored to have his former friend, manager, and surviving wife as a guest on the Rocker Morning Show, the wonderful Wendy Dio. And it is so cool to talk to you.
Yeah, I'm very excited about the new records coming out. And we have the remix by Joe Parisi and the original one, and a lot of gems that we found, outtakes, and the Fresno show. So I'm very, very excited about that.
Yeah, the new Holy Diver Super Deluxe Edition. This looks insane. I mean, there's alternate takes on Invisible, Straight Through the Heart. There's also a version of Rainbow in the Dark with an alternative guitar solo, which I really want to hear. Are all these tracks in your possession, or is there still music that you're discovering?
We found them all in the vault, and, with the live show from Fresno, it's never been heard, and the outtakes, that was Joe's idea to put those on there, and I think it was a great idea, and I think the fans will really enjoy seeing how the albums were made.
We recently saw on Stranger Things season 4 featured a huge Dio patch jacket on the back for the character Eddie, and we heard that you may have been responsible for that. How did that all come together?
Well, they asked me, they had to get the license from me for the name and everything. They asked me about 2.5 years ago before the COVID happened, and then COVID hit, and then I didn't hear any more about it. And I sent them a bunch of T-shirts and original, from the archives, original shirts. And then suddenly it was out now in the new season. I was so excited and so happy. I know Ronnie would have loved that show. And so I think they took one of the original T-shirts, Last in Line, and sewed it on the back of the jacket.
One of the things that we hear a lot is just how gracious he was, not only as a musician, but just as a person. And I don't think anybody got him to know him as well as you did. Can you just walk us through your relationship, like what it was like when you first met him and how that all came about?
Yeah, yep. I think they broke the mold when Ronnie passed away. It would have been 80. I can't believe he would have been 80 years old. I just can't picture Ronnie at 80.
He just had so much life to him, even in his later years.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he'd still be there writing songs and performing and doing all the things he loved.
One of our favorite artists out here and also has a big presence in Kalamazoo, Tenacious D, how they, kind of honored him and how huge of a deal that was when he sang on their album.
Jack's a wonderful person. When he's in town, he always attends my charity things. He bowls for the bowl for Ronnie. He's done so many things for us. I sent him a Christmas sweater, and he wore it on his site.
That's awesome.
Speaking of the Bowl for Ronnie event, the last time you were able to have it was 2019, correct?
Yeah, we're having another one this year. It'll be our first one, and it will be November 17th.
Now, this event, you raise money for the Ronnie James Dio Cancer Fund. More than $50,000 raised in 2019. Do you have a goal for this year's?
Oh, 50,000, absolutely.
Okay.
We have to. We're up to almost 3 million. We've been sending money to Dr. Wong at UCLA, he's developing a saliva test, which would make early detection for pancreatic cancers and stomach cancers. We've given money to Nashville, to Vanderbilt Hospital, to MD Anderson in Houston, to TJ Martell, wherever we want. A lot of times we give seed money. We'll give like $100,000 to someone that doesn't even have a research for stomach cancers, and then somebody else give $500,000, and then the government end up giving $11 million grant. So we're trying to do seed money.
Now, this is one of my favorite events to see every year because it does bring several things together. One, the legacy of Ronnie James Dio. Two, some of my favorite rock stars in the world. And three, I'm an avid bowler, too. So this is...
you should come on in.
That's what
17th of November.
I was going to ask you, how does a lowly jock in Kalamazoo get a team together for the Bowl for Ronnie event?
Well, Eddie Trunk usually gets a celebrity team together. We invite people. A lot of times people want to come. Like Tom Morello brings his own ball with him. Geezer Butler now had never bowled before, and he got really into it. Now he's got his own bowling ball. So it's a fun evening raising money for cancer, and the celebrities are fun. They're very competitive with each other, and we have little awards for them. And then we have one. We also have one for the last person that gets the worst score as well. So that one's called that's the horse's ass.
The horse's ass. The turd title.
I love it.
That's great. Oh man, and do you run the official Twitter account and social media account for Ronnie James Dio?
I don't run it, but we run it from my office. Yes, I have Marty. He does. He runs it. Him and my daughter helps out with the packing and shipping and the shirts, and I have another girl that works as well because we run our own merchandise from our web store from the office.
Gotcha. I gotta say, my day was made. I think it was a couple of years ago. I sent out a tweet and I tagged Dio's Twitter, and you guys actually liked it. I said, we need to make a beer called Stand Up and Stout and donate the proceeds to cancer research. So I'm still working on that. I would love to see that happen one day.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah, we're hoping to bring back next year the ride for Ronnie, too. We haven't done that in 2.5 years, so hopefully we can do that next year.
Yeah, a lot of plans in the work. I'm really excited about this. So with the Bowl for Ronnie, is that an open invite? Is that an open event or an invite only?
Uh-huh.
Oh, sweet.
It's open for the public, yes.
That's awesome.
It's usually sold out as soon as it goes on sale, but it is open to the public, yes.
Cool. Do you know when that goes on sale this year?
Probably the beginning of November.
Okay, so we'll definitely have to be keeping an eye out.
I'm going to have my team ready to go, and I'm going to reach out to Eddie Trunk as soon as possible.
Oh, right, absolutely. And we have a documentary coming out in the fall.
Oh, awesome.
Finally.
That's
fantastic. I'm excited about that.
Where's that going to be available on?
I'm not sure exactly, but it will be in theaters first.
Well, that's exciting. Wendy, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. We greatly appreciate the time, and best of luck in the future. And who knows, maybe we'll run into you at the Bowl for Ronnie.
I hope so, definitely. I hope so.
We'll be the guys getting the perfect games.
That's right. We're gonna win the award this year. We're gonna get one of the awards, either the best bowlers or the horse's ass, I think.
Goodness gracious, yeah.
Wendy, thank you so much, and looking forward to the deluxe edition coming out very, very soon. We really appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you for your support. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy.
Cheers.
Live weekday mornings from 6 to 10 and on demand in the Rocker app. It's the best of the Rocker Morning Show on 107.7 RKR.